Well, Charleston Fashion Week wraps up tomorrow night, but we couldn't let this week go by without welcoming international fashion and design consultant, author, and the lead judge of Fashion Week, Fern Mallis. Fern is also the creator of New York Fashion Week. She's here with details on a book signing event tomorrow. We are so excited to have you.
Thank you.
So it was 25 years ago that you decided New York needed a fashion show.
Well, it had the fashion industry and it had fashion shows, but they were very scattered. It needed to get organized, centralized, and modernized.
How has that changed over the last 25 years in New York?
Well, in New York, it's changed a lot. I mean, it was an extraordinary experience and opportunity when, back in 1993, the shows got organized. It put America and New York's designers on the map squarely, leveled the playing field with Milan and Paris, and it changed the fashion industry forever. Now, the Fashion Week still exists in a huge way. I'm not organizing it and running it anymore, thank God. But it's gotten bigger and bigger, and there's 300 some shows in a week, and it's just too scattered, and the locations now are kind of back to where it was before I started, all over the place, not in a centralized location.
How does our Charleston Fashion Week compare to New York Fashion Week? Obviously, it's a smaller scale, but how does it compare?
Well, you know, it has the same, it has an energy and a love, and a lot of people who just love fashion here. But this is not a market where all the international buyers and press are here to see the newest collections and trends. I mean, that's just, it's not. It's more of a consumer-generated fashion week, but it also is one that I love because it happily has a very strong agenda of supporting emerging talent, which comes from the whole East Coast. You know, and somebody wins every year, and it's great. I mean, it like New York started. It's in a big tent in the center of the city, in a way, in a nice park. You know, there's lounges and there's sponsor areas, and there's, you know, the photographers running around. You know, and backstage is the same kind of energy with the hair and makeup and everybody getting ready for the shows.
That's right.
You know, and it's a great chance for these young designers to strut their stuff and get their look out on a platform and on a runway and see it all come together. It's quite magical.
How has the fashion world changed over the last 25 years? You were saying before we went on that there's never really a theme throughout each designer's line. Everybody kind of brings their own inspiration.
Fashion changes every 25 seconds. Forget 25 years.
Exactly.
I mean, you can't keep up with it.
That is true.
So it's constantly, you never know what season you're in when you're in the industry. You're living in one weather time, and you're designing for another, and you're selling for yet another. You know, you're marketing it for a different season. You have to sometimes sit back and go, wait, where am I? What day is this? Was this fall? Am I in the winter?
What year am I in?
Yeah, it's crazy. And the trends, you know, they're just constant. There's always, you know, and I'm not about trends. You know, there's always a couple of things that you walk away from a specific week and think, well, that was pretty fabulous. But
Day 4, Charleston Fashion Week. How has it been going so far?
I think it's been great. There have been a lot of interesting young designers showing. I can't wait to see the group finale. And we had Cadet from New York come out and show the other night. And tonight, Creatures of the Wind, which is another very creative, fabulous collection from New York, is showing. And tomorrow night, the featured designer, in addition to the 4 finalists, will be Tracy Reese, who I think everybody's going to love. She's fabulous.
Very nice. And while you're not touring around to different fashion shows, you wrote a book. Talk about this book that you're promoting, and you have a signing tomorrow.
Yeah, my signing tomorrow is at RTW on King Street from 1 to 4.
Very nice.
Janice is a dear pal ever since I've been coming down here. I never come without stopping there and shopping.
It's a nice shop.
But I actually even got my dress there. But
what's the book about?
The book is called Fashion Lives, Fashion Icons with Fern Mallis. And it's a compilation of 19 of the interviews that I do in New York at a place called the 92nd Street Y, one of the major cultural institutions. And they're one-on-one interviews with Calvin Klein, Donna Karan, Tommy Hilfiger, Tom Ford, Michael Kors, Marc Jacobs, Andre Leon Talley, you name it. Bill Cunningham, the New York Times photographer, Bruce Weber. And these interviews are still going on. Since the book has been done, I've done Mr. Valentino, Victoria Beckham,
oh my goodness,
Iman, Leonard Lauder.
Wow.
You know, I mean, they're wonderful stories about these people's lives, how they built their businesses, how they came from nothing and created these extraordinary careers in our industry. And so the series is so good, we put the first 19 of them in a book with pictures that I said I'd want that box from the shoebox under the bed. Pictures
Nice.
you've never before seen of them growing up as children with their family and their siblings. And then some iconic images that define their career.
So we can get a sneak peek of that tomorrow. People can buy your book at
They can buy it at RTW, and I'll sign it to them. And it's I'm very proud of the book. It's a huge success everywhere.
Well, you need to come out tomorrow for sure, and that is on Marion Square, downtown Charleston. That is the Fashion Week. We can still buy tickets for that. But come out and meet Fern and her book, get her to sign a book. Really a neat lady. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
What a pleasure. Well, we're back with much more Low Country Live in just a moment as our Fun Friday show continues.